So it's done. I got it. I'm actually going to show it to you. I can't show it, you know. Obviously, I'm not going to show my mom's name. I didn't get it in my mom's name. I got it in my mom's name for $15,000. I never wanted to be in a situation where I was taking it anyway. We already know, I was hoping my mom would let me have it. So that ship has sailed because there is no my mom anymore. So I got it. I didn't want it in my bank account anyway. Auntie could go and report me to Social Security. I don't put anything past her. She's a snake, you know, so. As you can see, everything's still on. I have no idea why. What are you doing, baby? I did a little tiny bit of grocery shopping. My friend's husband actually took me. My friend wasn't feeling well. They're going away for a long time, like a lot of people do in the winter. In Massachusetts, New England, where I do not want to be. That kind of sucks, especially under the circumstances, you know. I'm not going to have that support system anymore. I was out of toilet paper, so I got 2 giant things of toilet paper, Scott, 1,000 sheets, and I got a few other things. I couldn't get much, you know. I had told him ahead of time, especially he had to take me instead of her, but I did have to go to the bank, and that took a little while. I was going to close my account, and then I'd open up a new account to get my checks deposited. But then I'm like, why am I going to close my account? What's the point of that? Save $10. Forget about the $10. That would be the only reason, to save $10. I closed out the account. I don't have to pay the $10 for the check that I made out to my mom, say. But since I decided just to, for the hassle of not opening up a new bank account, I just paid the $10. Checks in this envelope. It's blood money. I'm on it. By the way, my friend was like, why are you going to do that? Why are you going to give it back? Then you'll have nothing. It's not mine. That's why. You guys have to understand. My aunt is making me out to be some kind of just monster. I do not want this fucking money. If someone gave it to me, it'd be one thing. I'm not taking it. Don't want to. But take it as blood money. It represents all of this shit and me losing my mom and everything else I wanted. Block my mom's name, block whatever. Anyway. I think you guys believe me anyway. I have it in my hand, okay? So, I got it. I got it. Out of my bank account, it's made out to my mom. It's a done deal. I did not take my friend's advice. I took his advice when he was saying before, like why do you want to just run off and whatnot? I'll just wait and see what, this is when I didn't know anything that Auntie had done, remember? You know, you're going somewhere, you don't even know where you're going, you're going to ship all your stuff. Yeah, I was just in pain and heartbreak and agony over, you know, my mom rejected me, and et cetera, et cetera. So, I took his advice regarding that, and remember then I was just going to go visit a friend, but I was going to get all my stuff out of here and put it into storage. But I had also thought that if I went and visited, I could come back, see? Because little did I know that Auntie was doing that. I just wanted to get away briefly at least. But nobody knew what Auntie was doing behind my back, you know? Who would have expected that? So, anyway, I told my friend, I wonder if I'm going to walk in here to no heat and electricity and no I haven't checked cable. I'm assuming. I always knew she would turn off that. You know, that's a given. That wouldn't, you know, I just didn't think, you know, I'd get a thing, I'm turning off the heat and electricity, you need to put in your name. I knew she'd turn off the TV and computer, Comcast, you know. That was a given. I knew that immediately. It's just when I get the thing, I was shocked because I thought she couldn't legally do that, turn off the heat and electricity on me. Plus, that's a huge amount. So if I have to put that in my name and pay that during the winter, you know, it's atrocious. That's a large amount of money coming out of my $1,000 check and less for me to save up. You know what I mean? So, I haven't checked. I don't know. She probably did already turn off the internet and cable. In which case, you will get this video when I feel like going to the library, which who knows when that will be. I said I'm making the best of an extremely bad situation, extremely painful to me situation. My friend Karen was saying that there's some way, maybe I can get the one who takes care of Angel to help me out with that, because I don't know, don't know how to do any of that kind of shit. There's some way to set up my thing where I actually could watch movies on the TV without having the Comcast, because right now you have to switch it, just so you know. You have a remote and it goes TV, DVD, VCR, and you have to switch it on the TV, and you're only able to do that. That's having to do with, I thought, Comcast and whatnot. I don't know. Obviously, I've never had to be in a situation where I'd have to be able to watch movies or DVDs without having TV. That people, you know, people experience much worse and they deal with it. Right, Holmes? My biggest thing, and I'm sure you can understand, the fact that she could just come here anytime she wants, that, I don't want to come face to face with her, I don't even want to look at her, I don't want to talk to her, I don't want to text her, nothing. She wasn't supposed to have my phone number. I blocked it when we called just to find out why I didn't have paperwork and why everything was changed over, etc. I never imagined this. So, and I was telling my friend, yeah, a couple years ago the elder servants were going after her, and now suddenly she's just can take over, and it's just. How amusing, huh? Not really. Again, I don't know if you'll get this. I have not checked. Maybe I should check. I'm not gonna. Just suffice to say, that's my biggest thing. Just let me sit here and save up my money and just leave me the fuck alone. Maybe she will just stay away. My friend was saying something stupid. He was saying, yeah, she's probably, your mom's going to get out of the hospital and then she's going to have her go back there with you and you take care of her while she's, you know, in total control or whatnot. I'm like, I don't think so. The whole thing was to make me out to be an abusive towards my mom, a monster. Why would she ever get away with sending her? And he's like, oh, he's just saying, talking off the top of his head. He's like, well, she'll say, well, they're getting along better now and it's okay, blah, 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 and I'm in charge, so it's all right, we don't have to worry. And yeah, I don't think that's happening. I don't think so. I need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know why he's thinking that. And I think, you know, I've learned my lesson. It doesn't matter if Auntie's in charge or not. My mom can still turn on me and falsely accuse me of whatever. I'm not. This never happened again. So. This is licorice. It's not pub food. I gave you some cheese, didn't I? Cheese. very quickly. That's 2 big things of 20 rolls Scotch tissue, 1,000 sheets. Scotch tissue toilet paper. That'll last a while. See, I got a few things because I got a ride, but I can do, like I said, I have enough food here, I can last for months and not have to go to the store at all. I got some so delicious, organic, unsweetened coconut milk. I got some organic spinach. I got 2 chia, ginger kombucha drinks, some string cheese, and some low-cal mint yogurt ice cream. All stuff I could have done without, but I took advantage of just, you know, I was going to get toilet paper, I got a few other things. You know, the stuff, and it was like, look, you know, you can't be worrying yourself sick. You don't know, you're not going to know what your aunt's up to or what she's doing, or, well, you can just go get drunk, that's the last thing I feel like doing. And as I told you, I'm not getting the fucking mail. He's like, well, do you have the poor people? How do you know they're real? I'm like, I do. She would have never been able to mess with the bank account because they poor people are not real. I mean, even if she could deceive the friggin' post office or something, because they said, I didn't let it start blah, blah, blah. But not the bank account, so. I know that they're real. I know this is happening. He's like, well, don't you want them? Why? Why? I used the wrong phrase before kicking it dead. That's not the right terminology. Why do I want to read those when I'm already feeling so down? It's like me being on the floor and someone's kicking me, you know? I don't need them. Why do I need them? Then he was recommended, well, why don't you fight it? And I'm like, well, A, I would never win, because he's like, yeah, but if you fight it and stir up trouble, then neither of, you know, Auntie would get it, you could get it, and the state would get it instead of her. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't have the money to do it anyway, because you get a free attorney. Yeah, when I said that, no. That happened, then my mom's in a nursing home, then it's my fault. But at least my mom, if she goes into a nursing home and I'm not involved at all, then I can't be blamed, right? No, I'm not going to do that. I would just be doing it out of spite. What would I get out of it? Nothing. There's no difference to me. It could be Auntie in charge or the government in charge, except, you know, so it's no difference. So I'm not fighting shit. But you'd think Auntie would have more, you know, because he suggested that you could do that and stir up trouble or whatnot. So you'd think she'd be nicer to me and at least, you know, just let me save up my money when I'm here where I don't want to be, you know. She's not going to do what my mom would have done for me, just give me enough money to leave. Then at least don't shut the heat and electricity off and on me, you know. Let me save up fucking money to get the fuck out of here. Basically, he couldn't believe that it could possibly be, in these circumstances when there is daughter and the sole heir and whatnot that's losing everything, that what Auntie had can't possibly be permanent. It would have to, you'd think it would be temporary, because that's what he said. I was like, I can't imagine it's permanent, because in these situations, you're supposed to be able to defend yourself, you're supposed to be able to contest something, you know? That doesn't fly with me, or him, but for that matter, but I'm not even going to look at the paper, so what is it? I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand how she could have been given permanent guardianship, conservatorship, without me, who's being fucked out of everything, and who is the right, whatever, being able to contest it. Not that I'm going to, I'm just saying. He said it too. He's like, I can't imagine it's permanent. I would think it would be temporary, and then there'll be a court hearing for it to be permanent if no one contests it. But maybe that is the case. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I was in agony over not knowing what's going to happen to my mom and having all that responsibility. And the woman down the street was like, maybe it's for the best, now your aunt's taking over. Yeah. For the best, yeah. But at least in the old situation, if I wasn't living with my mom anymore, I would have had enough money to get the fuck out of this state, you know. No, I don't look at it as for the best, but whatever. The bottom line is, I would never contest it. I wouldn't win. I'd be simply contesting it to stir up trouble, and then in the end, I stirred up enough trouble and pointed this out or whatever, and if Auntie doesn't get it too, then the state takes over. No, not doing that. My mom winds up in a nursing home, probably sooner rather than later. It's going to be on Auntie, 100%. My mom will go in there knowing that it had nothing to do with the daughter she rejected and stopped loving. Nothing to do with her at all. Or stop loving and rejected. Stop loving goes first. Electricity are still on, people. Maybe somebody set my aunt straight. I don't know. I told my attorney to send me a bill from bills I owed him. We both owed him from before. I said about. Maybe more, because he also was talking to elder services for me and my mom to get them off our back. That's why we originally went to me and my mom in the first place. The first step was to get elder services off our back. And the next step was to look into, you know, putting my mom's house in my name so that she could live here, see if I could be her official caregiver and have an extra $1 a month, all this crap. My mom wound up just being too sick for any of that to happen. So I'm alright, people. My biggest fear is her coming here. That's all. I'm afraid of her, so. remnants of thought in her brain or whatnot is not going to be focused on that I caused her to go to a nursing home because I fought my aunt and then the state took over. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Well, curiosity propels me to ask how Auntie could have possibly got permanent. I can't imagine it by the law she could have. Not in the circumstances where there's somebody here. I'm the woman's daughter. I'm losing everything. How could I not be able to come to my defense or whatnot? But I won't do it anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm not even going to get any mail at all. My ESA letter is arriving in the mail, but I don't need that in my hand. I'm not going to be flying it, I don't need it, so I'm just not going to get it in the mail. I know what's going on, and I don't need to read it. You know what I mean? I don't need to read whatever horrible negative things are probably written about me or whatnot. I need it. I could have abandoned my mom a long time ago, and she would have handed over to me enough money to start a new life. Without question, she would have done that. Selena would sign that under oath. That's my biggest thing. I just don't want to come face to face with her with Auntie. Because she can come here anytime she wants, I'm going to be in perpetual, state of fear, panic, whatnot, paranoia, whatever you think of. And he's like, yeah, I said, yeah. He said it before I did. And I'm like, you don't know, but I already said that to friends or whatever. But he's like, yeah, he's just trying to drive you mad. It's not going to work. I've got this dog to take care of, and I know what fate awaits me if I break down. I know that more than most people. I can sit there and hear my mom crying her eyes out to me, messages I was listening to early this morning before Auntie shut the phone up and I never get access to messages again. Where she's crying and the psychiatrist doesn't care that why can't he lower it, and I could tell how over-medicated she was, and I knew how she sounded. She came back from that regular hospital with 105 temperature where they reduced her meds in there, the psychiatrist in there, regular hospital had reduced them, and she's like, yeah, people around here, nurses are saying they can't believe how good I sound, and I'm like, yep, and within a couple of days she was slurring her words again because he wasn't going to listen to what they had said in there. Meanwhile, the psychiatrist in the regular hospital and the psychiatrist in the mental hospital, they're equal, whatever, in the eyes of society, but they're equal, but it doesn't matter, they're arrogant, and the one in the mental hospital wasn't going to listen to what that one said, and I said, yeah, I know, and you sound real good, and then within a couple of days she was slurring her words again. I can even tell it on the machine, because the machine gives the dates. Like, the machine gives the dates, and it'll say January, whatever, and when she had come back from the regular hospital, got in an argument with Dr. So-and-so, he says, right? You're completely helpless. That's why that guy, Reggie from the toxic psychiatry, was that psychiatrist from a long time ago who turned, Peter Bregan turned against his own profession, but this one did too, and to this day, I am more, I don't know if it's to this day, but I am more frightened by the fearless power in the eyes of my fellow psychiatrists than I am by the powerless fear in the eyes of their patients. And my mom, I've experienced that. I know. I have all these messages from her. Those aren't the only ones. Remember, she called me constantly. I had to cut her off sometimes, you know. Once a day, instead of 3 times a day, Mom. But I wasn't talking to her at all. I have tons of messages on my cell phone, and then I had all those messages over the past year. There were 50 of them from my mom. I listened to them. Talk about painful. That was painful. Right, Omar? Yeah, that's my biggest thing is Auntie can come here anytime she wants. This is not landlord-tenant. She's my mom's guardian, and just like my mom could live here, technically Auntie could live here. She can come in whatever she wants. And there's nothing that I can do about it. Except I can walk outside and I can record her while, you know, any interactions with her. I did not have that option back in 2009, which is known as power of attorney. But I have the option now. I have the cameras, you know. Not that I could do anything with it, but I would at least have it, you know. Not that I could put it out on YouTube or anything. I couldn't, but I would at least have it. Hopefully, if she's watching my videos, that'll keep her away, because I will record it. Anything she says to me, I record it. And I'll also just go outside and go around and do something here. She can't force me to talk to her. I have nothing to say to her. She's a snake, and I have nothing to say to her, nothing. I will not allow her to come here in person and verbally abuse me like she's done in text. I know. He's like, why don't you, you know, I'm like, I don't have money, why don't you go and fight it just for the sake of, because then your aunt won't get it, because I'm not doing that. My mom inevitably winds up in a nursing home sooner rather than later. She is going to be in there knowing that I had nothing to do with it whatsoever. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So for that, I'm actually grateful, because I did not want to ever be in that position where I'd have to put her in a fucking nursing home, so. No. Because my friend said, you know, he's a guy, and he's like, well, why don't you stick it to your aunt? Then no one will get it. At least she won't get it. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. I won't do that to my mom, because even if she really does hate me or whatnot, she's mentally ill and she's being poisoned by Auntie, and she, you know what I mean? I won't do that to her. She winds up in a nursing home. It's going to have nothing to do with me. Nothing. Nothing. Store didn't have Mama's yogurt flavor she wanted, so she got no yogurt. It would probably work if I, you know, maybe considering everything, you never know. If I stirred up enough dirt on Auntie, they maybe would decide to not give it to another government, but I wouldn't do not for her sake. I don't give a fuck about her. I would do it because if that happened in the government, then my mom goes in a nursing home instantly, and then I did it. Nope, that ain't happening. Auntie knew that I would never try to fight it, and she probably knew why. I would never. My mom is going to go to her grave, and it's not going to be that you know, I fought Auntie and stirred up trouble in the government, and now my mom's in a nursing home because of me. No. Nope. That ain't happening at all. That ain't happening. Right? Right, Sophie? Yeah, when Auntie was my pseudo-friend, what does it tell you that when Auntie was my pseudo-friend, we were just shooting the shit about stuff, I don't know. When I was saying that I was afraid, you know, I never know, you never know, I could lose my disability at any moment. She's like, no, once you get disability, you'll never lose it. And then I was like, well, you know, I'd like to, you know, maybe work again someday. And she's like, oh, basically she was saying to me over the phone, because we were pseudo-friends, I was like, well, why do you want to do that? I'm sure you can get, you know, just wanting to keep me down, wanting me to not even, you guys get it. Oh, and then that neighbor that took me to the store said, you need to, well, Frankie's like, you need to go get drunk, you need to relax. How can I relax under these circumstances? There's nothing you can do about it. You're working yourself into a frenzy, and you're not going to know what you're on up to. There's nothing you can do about it. Then he said, why don't you go find a boyfriend, fall in love? Yeah. Funny, huh? And I told him about that smaller joint account where my mom's check going, and that she didn't close it out. She kept my name on it. It was just irritating. He said, she can't remove your name. Oh, I know that. No joint account on it. Remove the name of the other one, but you can't close the account. Trying to do was inquire, and I wasn't able to do it online or over the phone. Like, whatever. Just want to make sure stuff isn't bounced. Bills I wrote $400 worth of 2 checks to the vets. All for Angel. The expect was for Omar. I did one final thing for her. My mom's funny. Got this 7 months worth of Apoquel. did that last night for her, and it won't bounce. I think I have my name on the account. She closed the account. She blocked me from it. I didn't know anything about it. And I'd have to go in person, and I'm not going to do that because I can guarantee you all the shit she probably said about me. Keys. If she comes here and wants to get in, she would have to, get locked. Before Karen said that, I didn't think of that. But you can, if you hook it up correctly, I don't know how to do it, but you can watch DVDs without having, cable. I should have known that, I was thinking. Cancel Netflix, so then I won't be able to watch anything. I don't have a computer, I can't pick what I want. I have to get to the library, to pick them. Right now my Netflix, I'm watching the library ones that actually too bad. And my Netflix, that came at $200, probably up to season 3. short of these to get them done, Ellie. I think she did some milking in it. We tried both ways. You can't get them short regardless. We tried the 2 weeks later, a little over 2 weeks later, and you still took hardly anything off.
Camera's still running. I love these Yasso things. And a chocolate chip.
friends are actually leaving. Really sucks. Remember, I lived at that shelter for 6.5 months. You know what I mean? I can handle whatever. April 26, 2012 till November 11th. Here I'm alone in the shelter. I had to worry about bitches bothering me. I'm not exactly tough, and I'm not exactly, if I'm around a lot of those women, and they were, either former druggies or current druggies or on the what is it, sim something? The alternative to I can't think, what's the word, begin with that? Suboxone or something? Or been in jail, all this. So, I didn't exactly fit in. I try to be nice to everybody, but you can be nice to people and they can still treat you badly. I don't know. I'm gonna try people on your everything. You and your friend? You remember I was in that shelter, right? I'm just pointing out that I'm a survivor. I survived that. You make the best of whatever. I'll make the best of this situation. And I explained the situation, how I escaped an abusive relationship, and my mom had wanted me here, but auntie wouldn't allow it. Then once I got approved disability, auntie did allow me to come here. And then I got permission from my doctor to be here, with, so I could be here. And, as a caregiver. Remember what happened with Omar when he went to the shelter? I thought, my mom took care of him. She left him. I'm like, I could handle anything as long as I knew Omar was safe. sure my mama, you know, to Omar smells like me or whatnot. I think he probably knows. I think they sense that we're related, you know, so. Because I remember when my mom visited me in LA, she wasn't barking at my mom. He wasn't barking at my mom, and I was like, why he's not barking? And then I realized when he saw me, then he started barking at her. It was like almost like he had thought she was me or something. But she took him in, and he just wants love, so she took the place of me and Donald. Right? He loves Grandma. Wow. You're never going to see Grandma again. Neither am I, for that matter. This is another thing you can't have. The yogurt pop. a done deal with Auntie. I don't need the paperwork in my hands. I don't need it to, you know, I don't need it. I don't want it. I can ignore my mail. I'm not getting any bills, you know what I mean? If I wanted to get Netflix, I still have a whole bunch to watch from the library, and those Two Broke Girls, and I still have my Netflix. I still have 2 Netflix that are Two Broke Girls season 3, so you know, I mean, I'm not getting Netflix anytime soon. Will the post person be pissed off if the mail piles up? Probably. Okay. He or she is forwarding my mom's mail, so I don't have to get my mail. I have no desire whatsoever to see those court documents. No desire. None. 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 Will they be similar to the ones when the government wanted to take over my mom or whatnot? And no, that would be different, because that was when they hadn't been awarded it yet, and we were going to court, and then the judge upheld it or whatnot. They temporary guardianship conservatorship. But it was temporary all along. It would be permanent only if we went through the court process and lost. Maybe Auntie's is only temporary too, but as far as I'm concerned, it's permanent, so I don't need whatever court papers, especially if they're going to spell out why it happened and how horrible I am, and nah, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see it. And no one can force me with, you know, I don't have to get my mail. Looking at that document is only going to, you know, intensify my pain. Why do I have to look at it? Me looking at it doesn't change it or not change it, so why the fuck do I have to get my mail? I don't have to. No one can make me get my mail. I'm not expecting anything. No one can make me get the mail. No one can make Mama get the mail. I wrote to my attorney. Last night I just want to sleep, cry, and be left alone. I just want to sleep, cry, and be left alone, Mama. small respect, I am grateful.